Hello everybody out there on the internet. Welcome to Monday the 11th of June 2018 and a new Monday Miniatures Ramble with Dakian. And this week I have painted some more figures, even more than last week, and I'm gonna... I think more than last week? Yeah, I think the number was higher. In this shot I'm showing the nicely painted ones, the metal minis. And in the middle we have the two adventuring kids from Reaper. The female fighter and the little boy wizard with some rough freehanding symbols on him because I felt the cape and the tabard were just too blank. And then we have the two succubi sort of female demons from hassle-free minis that are almost the same sculpt. If you look closely, you'll see the faces are slightly different, but otherwise, and one has wings, of course, but otherwise they're unchanged. So I went with red hair and green skin on this one, and I tried not to do orcish skin, but a kind of, well, Orion slave girl look. And the flaming sword, of course. Yeah. Whereas with this, I went with the traditional red skin demon, but I tried to go for a skin-like red instead of just a bright cartoony red. And then I did some dark green hair to contrast that, and then we have the wings, which I'm pretty happy with. They're nicely, the sculpt on these wings is very nicely textured, so it was easy to bring out and make it look good. Yeah. And as I've mentioned, I had to mount this one on a bigger base because it's kind of back heavy. The wings make it unbalanced if it was just on the small base. So it needs that support of the bigger base. But this one is on a standard 25mm, no problem. I also did some speed painting of some simpler minis. Let's show you those. So here's a lot of bones, humanoids. In the front rank we have the hobgoblins. I tried to go sort of with the same theme that I did on the metal hobgoblins I painted a while back. That is, they have red gear, red cloaks and tunics and so forth. And let's see if I can get in the camera here. Straight. So, like I mentioned, these two sculpts are the same. They're originally metal minis that have been sort of reimagined as bones, and skin tone is perhaps less red than last time, but oh well. Here's the two newer ones. Now, because of the bones material, the sword, thin sword blades are very difficult to get completely straight, so they're a little curved here, but oh well. That's as may be. And they're continuing the sort of pseudo-Japanese theme here. And then we have all these orcs. Now, as I mentioned, these are older sculpts. I think they're from way back in Bones 1, which meant there were some more mold lines to clean up. And in this case, we have the spears. They're a little bit floppy. They were even more bent originally, and I've straightened them out as much as I could, but they're still a little wiggly. So here I went for a sort of pale grayish skin tone, not the green skin of GW, but a little bit, maybe a bit more like Tolkien-ish descriptions. But there are undertones of green and red as well, that is of skin tones here. And there's three different sculpts. There's the spearmen, there's three of each. There is the archers. Oops. Here we have them. These are armored archers. These are all dressed in chainmail. And so we have the swordsman with their shields. Oh, I had one swordsman over here. That's why there's 3 of them. Yeah, sword and board guys. So, that's 9 orcs, 4 hobgoblins, and the other 4 minis. That's 17 models finished this week. Wow. That is a lot. For a week where I also got some work done, you know, in my day job. Let's see if I can keep this up. On to the painting table. So this little shot is simply to show you the works in progress. I don't think any of these have progressed a lot since last week. I think the blue here is new, but otherwise, yeah. I'm really just showing this shot to show that the number of works in progress has reduced. I mean, I'm fitting it all into one frame here. This is all that's currently started. So yeah, it really is time to add new projects. And actually I'm going to show you what that will be last in this episode. So yeah, not much else to say here. Moving on to the next segment. So, in order to balance my books slightly, I have decided to sell this huge collection of minis off. This is Dracaris, a game that I kickstarted, and it is, we have two starter sets, 2 full starter sets. This is all that it's in the starter set. I'm not really sure why I got 2. I think it was kind of a mistake, but anyway. The starter set only has a starter rulebook, so I got the full rulebook. You got some scenery, I got some special characters here, the elemental overlords, some extra troops, some more powerful than normal troops, and some special minis that were from the Kickstarter campaign that are not even in boxes. A grand total of 104 minis, and I'm going to sell them. In fact, if you're seeing this clip, it means that I have sold them, because I'm filming this in advance, but I'll only insert this clip into a video once I have managed to find a buyer. And the point is, I don't need this many orcs and just human soldiers for role-playing, and I'm never going to play this game. And honestly, the miniatures themselves, they don't look, I mean, some of them might be fun to paint, but they're not crucial. I mean, I don't feel the urge to paint any of them right now. They're not calling out to me. And so I'm going to put out an ad on Facebook probably at first, and if that doesn't work, other sites, and see if hopefully somebody local who can come pick it up, because it's a big box full of stuff. And yeah, once I do manage to sell it, I will reduce to the same thing I always do when I sell off minis. I'll do it as a subtraction to the number of minis purchased this year, instead of adding it to the painted, which would seem weird. Yeah. So, if you're seeing this, as I said, this stuff is all gone. Bye-bye. So that sale happened, and yet my numbers purchased have not been reduced by 104, if you've done your math correctly. The reason is I got some new minis instead. I got another shipment of Reaper Bones, mostly from S&M. And, well, let's see what here. Well, first there's some more primer. I decided I needed a green-brown, not just the red-brown I had before. And, oh, as a bonus, apparently Reaper has made some ballpoint pens to as an advertisement for their new Dungeon Dwellers line of minis. And, well, retailers seem to be spreading those. Yeah, otherwise, I got a lot of stuff. Let's see what we have here. We have a half-orc wizard, bandit enforcer, half-orc merchant. Well, basically a ton of stuff. Some more orcs, some half-orcs, and some general critters. Got some giant rats here. And with apologies to my box of metal dungeon monsters, these guys are actually gonna get priority. I'm putting those monsters just slightly to the side for the moment. I will get back to them because they are in the wheelhouse of what I want to paint right now, but some of these minis still will rush ahead in the queue. I'll show you exactly which ones next week, but I think it's going to be the giant rats and the bandits. There's a couple of other bandits apart from this guy in here, and I think those will be first in line, probably. And yeah, I'm looking forward now, since summer vacation is coming up, to having a lot of time to do a painting spurt, and especially since I have these bones now that I always paint quickly. Yeah, I expect to be very, very productive in the upcoming few weeks. Let's see if those predictions come true. Join me next week to find out if they did so. This video is over. Click like, subscribe, share, and comment. I'm Dakian, and for now, I'm signing off.